as you can tell, this is the map of the world. And you probably can tell that the world is gray, which means neutral. That's because the year is 100 years in the future, which means it's 112. Don't know how to actually pronounce it because I'm not in the future. Um, and the world united because of the floodings, which decreased because the population and the pollution of the earth dropped dramatically. The reason there's no war because of the production that it would take to start war, and all the pollution that would have come with war. All of a sudden, there's a random rebellion working to destroy the human population and all freedom. No, it's not communism, so no communists attack me. It's here to destroy all freedoms, and it's actually slowly wiping out the population of the earth. Slowly wiping out the population of Brazil and Venezuela, which gets quickly overran due to the rising amount of troops. Shut up, cat. Sorry, that was my cat. The first country that actually take action against is Argentina, and although they don't have any threat, Australia decides to help. America, realizing this, starts rising war against them. So Canada and Mexico join together. Although it's sort of is to no avail. Seeing if somehow the enemy is just mass producing everything that has to do with war. But what people don't know is that it's actually an alien race that's invading. So that's why they're also being invaded so quickly. All of a sudden, the whole world decides to just join together. Except for Africa. Africa doesn't want this war to happen to them. Although their population's bad already, which is why they don't want it. Out of nowhere, America, what used to be America until the world united, falls. Argentina falls. Then they start aiming their sights on Australia, which it's sort of, instead of doing the smart idea and attacking that direction, they decided to bring a huge army, which slowly got wiped out due to food shortages. Australia falls pretty quickly, although they have a very weak control of it. I know what to do. I'm going to mark it as yellow. Yellow is possible rebellion against their government. Out of nowhere, the rising tide in North America makes over half of Canada fall. As you can tell, another area that's possible rebellion against the government is up there. It realizes how bad of an idea that is, so it decides to join back as quickly as possible and falls decides to start its own nation and stand up against it, but it falls. Africa, after finally getting its population correct to the right amount as the world, over half of Africa decides to join the war. The other half decides to join on the enemy side for some weird reason, immediately revoking that idea, seeing as their population is dramatically cut. They finally get some sort of leverage over the enemy and start retaking North America. This is when the tides turn on the enemy, except for over half of Asia being invaded. The tides dramatically turn because the reinforcements from their home planet are not being sent fast enough. Oh yeah, and this actually, Earthlings are in space right now. they're at war with a enemy confederacy. As you can tell, they quickly invaded this coast and then got... Oh yeah, look who decided to finally revolt. I don't know, the whole world unites. Even areas in South America start revolting. The first place that were to be invaded by them. Over half South America decides to revolt and joins. Joins the forces of the, well, United Earth Corps. United Earth Corps, yeah. I don't know, the enemy signs a peace treaty with the United Earth Corps and revokes all their military forces except in Panama. And that finally gets revoked. And this is when the Earth finally defeats the enemy confederacy.